Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Despite injuries preventing stars like Rhea Ripley and Seth Rollins from competing, WWE nevertheless managed to pull off a number of successful premium live events in 2024. But not all PLEs were well received. One may make the case that Backlash, France is one such game. Coming so soon after WrestleMania XL's record-breaking event, the show received criticism for appearing rushed. The bouts at Backlash, France, which featured AJ Styles and undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, were highly regarded for their in-ring skill and broke the previous gate records. The American Nightmare remarked on the event's success despite the lack of major players in an interview with Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated. In the end, he expressed his pride in what had been accomplished. For the fans there, the Backlash is what they will remember most. Their contributions were crucial in elevating the quality of this program. The lion audience saved the performance from oblivion, even if it smelled of predictability and had the wrong plots. World Wrestling Entertainment welcomed Cody Rhodes back 2 years ago. His feud with Seth Rollins began immediately, and it culminated in June 2022 at the eponymous WWE's Hell in a Cell. The yearly gathering came to a close with this edition. In addition, Rhodes' popularity skyrocketed as a result of the competition. After Hell in a Cell 2022 in Chicago, the American Nightmare took to X/Twitter to thank the audience. He said that, because to his ripped pec, he first did not think this was his finest moment. His recovery from the Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins took over a year. However, in January of 2023, Cody Rhodes succeeded in winning the Men's Royal Rumble. Only a certain sort of person can survive for decades under the intense scrutiny and high stakes of professional wrestling. It takes a strong person to succeed for a long time in this industry. Only the strongly motivated, the tenacious, and the passionate should apply. One WWE superstar views turning 39 with a legendary career that is still going strong as a badge of honor. He is very proud of the milestone he has recently accomplished, a momentous occasion that served as a reminder to him and everyone else of his rightful place at the top of the business. He wasn't the only one involved in this occurrence either. Featuring some of WWE's top talent, the evening was filled with thrilling thrills, heartfelt triumphs, and memorable performances. The absence of two important characters, Rhea Ripley and Seth Rollins, was noticeable even despite the joyous occasion. No one felt their absence more than the guy at the story's core and the fans. But rather than dwelling on the absent, he takes pride in illuminating the presence of those who were there and contemplating the significance of that night for both his own career and WWE's future. This WWE superstar is 39 years old and is well aware that he is nearing the end of his career, but he refuses to accept that reality. He sees this as just another chapter in a novel that is far from done, rather than a conclusion. Despite suffering from injuries and going through ups and downs, he has persevered and has wrestled alongside some of the biggest names in wrestling history. And here he is, still fronting big events and giving his best to amuse the crowd, despite all the hurdles. "It's crazy when I think about how long I've been doing this," he remarked in a recent interview. "Some mornings I wake up and my body tells me I've gone through a lot of matches, with all the bruises and aches. But as soon as I step foot in that stadium and hear the roar of the fans, it's as if time stands still. I keep attending because of the enthusiasm and passion they display. That is the reason I have devoted my whole life to this." For him, this most recent occurrence was a major turning point. Neither the contest nor the entertainment was ordinary, rather, it was extraordinary. Something like that, on a night like that, would bring back all the feelings he had for wrestling. Even more importantly, it was an opportunity for him to repay the company that had been so kind to him. At this point in your career, it's about more than simply your accomplishments. It's all about the legacy you leave behind, the way you inspire the generations to come. That's the main point I wanted to make about this incident. Even though he was pleased with the outcome of the evening, he couldn't shake the sensation that someone was absent. Rhea Ripley and Seth Rollins, two of WWE's greatest performers, didn't show up, and it was noticeable. He grinned and said, "Seth and Rhea, man, those two are on another level," in apparent awe of his co-workers. Seth has been an integral part of this organization for quite some time. Whether he's leading a group, performing on the mic, or wrestling, he's a real multi-talented man. As for Rhea, she's just wonderful. She's reestablishing her dominance in the women's category. Without them, it was as if something was missing from the whole picture, he went on to say. I can feel the fans and my own sense of loss without them because of the special vibe they bring to every concert they appear on. On the other hand, it allowed the rest of us to take charge and deliver. We proceeded in that manner. He had a point. The concert showcased talent at every level, and the audience was on the edge of their seats the whole time. However, for this particular superstar, Ripley and Rollins' absence highlighted just how deep WWE's roster really is. We're a team, he said. Each of us encourages and helps each other to improve. Without Seth and Rhea, the program would have been less impressive. In fact, it would have forced us to step it up a notch. Being a part of the process of developing WWE superstars from the ground up is an enormous honor for someone with his level of experience in the industry. He gazed around the locker room and couldn't help but be impressed by the abundance of skill, a prideful statement he made. The next generation is ravenous and prepared to seize control. The next step is for me to facilitate their arrival. The appearance of certain up-and-coming artists whose performances were the event's standout moments was a major highlight. I had to sit back and say, man, these kids are good, after a few games. This is a fantastic time for WWE's future. Although he is pleased to be entrusted with certain responsibilities, this celebrity is not yet prepared to stand down. Despite his smug expression, he assured that he still had plenty of gas in his tank. I still have a lot to do. Not even close. For as long as it's in my power to perform in front of these admirers, I will not stop.